Mr. Newman.
Nick.
Yeah.
Please, nobody's there. Can you send me the link to WhatsApp?
Okay, okay.
Send it to me to WhatsApp.
Okay.
I check Nicolas, so I check.
Yeah.
Are you sharing with me?
Yes.
Okay. Over to Nicholas too. Okay.
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 All right. Hello. All right. Hi. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Okay. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay. Hi.
Is my my audio clear?
Yes. Yes. I can.
Right.
I can hear.
So should I wait for the other lady or should just go?
She's joining.
Okay. Okay. So let me give her 5 minutes or.
Okay.
Don't go back.
It looks like Maureen is in, so we can start.
All right. So good afternoon once again, Maureen and Tina. I'm Nicholas.
Good afternoon.
And content writer for Ronel Agency, and I'll be taking you through search engine optimization. It's going to be very brief, and yeah, my presentation looks lengthy, but I'll make it brief for us to finish quickly so we can continue with what we are doing today. So briefly, we'll look at what really SEO is all about, and then we'll look at some importance of reasons why we need SEO on our blog. So search engine optimization is incredibly important for marketers. So when you optimize your pages, including your blog post, you are making your website more visible to more people who are using search engine like Google. So simply means that when you automate your website or use search engine optimization, you don't need to now be sharing links to people to read your content or something. Automatically, Google ranks your post or your blog when it's you use search engine optimization, you optimize it very well. So you find the answer to this question, whether search engine will help you or not, at the end of today's brief course. Right, so if you have any question, you can jot it down so that when I'm done, we'll go through.
Okay.
So does blogging help with SEO? Blogging helps boost SEO quality by positioning your website as a relevant answer to your customers' questions. Blog posts that use variety of on-page SEO tactics can give you more opportunities to rank in search engines and make your site more appealing to visitors. So let's say you search for a word on Google. The first result you get is as a result of good SEO. It means that the person who is ranking the 10 beautiful sites in Ghana, the person who is ranking is someone whose post has the best pictures, it has good captions, good headlines, and everything. So the person doesn't have to be sharing their content, go and share this post for my, go and do this, go and do this. It's just based on the person's automatic filling in all the search engine required rules that you're able to obtain number one on Google. So we want to obtain number one or be number one on Google without really doing manual work. So it's more like an automated way of generating traffic or leads to your website, right? So factors that affect blog SEO. This is just brief, it's not the main thing that I'm going to talk about today, but yeah, there's dwell time. Dwell time is the number of time that people spend on your website. And most of the time, Google measures it. They use that to determine whether your website, the content in there is really important to others. Simply when you spend a lot of time on something, people assume you like that thing so much. So when someone spends a lot of time on your website, and search engines assume, or Google might assume that then your website, the things that you posted there are quality, right? So that's dwell time, also affects SEO. And then page speed. The time that the person spends loading your website, let's say the person clicks on, I saw something, grill or salad, one of your posts. The person clicks on it and it takes very long for it to open. The person might just end up going back, and that will not help in traffic. So one other thing is page speed, and we have to do that by removing junk codes and some plugins that we need to update and things to make our site much more faster. So like using less heavy pictures and all of that. And then we also have mobile responsiveness. So mobile responsiveness is how your your website appears on mobile devices, right? Like some websites are there, when you open it on your mobile, it actually appears like the desktop, the way it looks on the desktop, but that's wrong. So most website themes come with the mobile version. So when you open it on a mobile, it's different from when you open it on the desktop, and that's mobile responsiveness. And if you're able to do that, it also helps your SEO metric, right? So let's go straight to what really we want to look at today: how to optimize your blog content for search engines. So first of all, you have to identify your audience, the audience for your blog, right? So let's use health essentials for example. Your audience is maybe probably young people who also need health tips. I think generally everybody, but you need to, for the starters, we have something we call buyer persona, and it's the people that you are targeting so much. So there's a job website, and the job website, their focus is on people who don't have jobs, undergraduates, unemployed, between the ages of 18 and 25. They are the buyer persona. And when you look at these people, you look at content that they like, content that they might like to read, content that they might be interested in. Then you strategize your content on your blog to be in line for them. So probably buyer personas, people do it at the back. Like I say, you don't really know the research that they do at the back. So we did one buyer persona, which was we did Kofi and Amma. So Kofi is like the undergraduate who just completed senior high school, and then Amma also has been working for some time, and then she has quit her job. They are all people who need jobs, right? So they are like our personas, and our content is focused on them. So you need to know your target audience, and I believe Health Essentials, you know your target audience, right? Then conduct keyword research. Now that you've selected your target audience and prepared a buyer persona, it's time to find out what content your readers want to consume. Right? So keyword research can be a heavy task to take on if you don't begin with a strategy. Therefore, we recommend starting with the topics your blogs will cover. Then you expand or contract your scope from there. So a blog like Health Essentials, your focus is more health and giving people health tips and other things. So when you want to start writing a blog, most of the time we end up just being there, then you see, okay, I just saw this, let me just write it. Or you think you were eating food or something, you were choked and you felt like, okay, well, people don't know the effect of eating mango or something. Let me just write on the effect of eating mango or whatever. But is that what your readers really want to read? So there's something that you need to do, and that's keyword research. And we have some website that you can really do keyword research. Uber suggests, and then Answer the Public, and some other ones. And with those ones, you are able to type the keyword. So if you want to write about the health benefits of mango, so type the health benefits of mango in a place like Uber suggests, then it will tell you the number of people who are searching for that, the number of people who search for that weekly and other stuff. And if you are able to find out, okay, a lot of people actually look for how to, or benefits of eating mango. So, okay, people are really interested in this post. So why don't I write it? Then you write it. But if you craft an idea, then you search with these keyword research tools, and most of them, you end up realizing that people are not really interested in what you are thinking. You end up writing content that no one will really search for, right? So Uber suggests and then Answer the Public will help you be able to look at the metric or the number of people who read particular content. Then you can also decide to write content like that. Now, when you are writing on your blogs, you need to add visuals. Search engines like Google value visuals for certain keywords. Images and videos are among the most common visual elements that appear on the search engine results page. In order to achieve a coveted spot in an image pack and video or video snippet, you will want to design creative graphics or original photos and videos and add descriptive alt text to every visual element within your blog post. So blog post shouldn't just be you write a lengthy article with no pictures, just paragraphs and just headings. That's all. You need to add pictures. You need to add videos. There's carousel. There's gallery. People can also slide through in the blog post. That way, it has variations, and Google will also crawl it and realize that your work is really worth it. So you have the pictures in there. So the person doesn't just read and they don't really see example of what you're trying to say. So you have pictures in there. So you have some short videos. You can embed Instagram and Facebook links in it as well. It all adds to the visuals that you want to add to your blog post. Then we'll go deeper into the alt text and why it is important, right? And then you need to write a catchy title. So, okay, after all of this, we'll do an example with some of your blogs, and we'll try and update them to make them more SEO worthy, right? So the title of your blog post is the first element a reader will see when they come across your article, and it heavily influences whether they will click or keep scrolling. A catchy title uses data and asks a question or leads with curiosity to pick a reader's interest, right? According to Co-Shelder's headline analyzer, the elements of a catchy title includes power, emotional, uncommon, and common words. So when we say power words are words that you find in title that are like 7 easy ways to buy a car or something. So the word easy, people are looking for easy. And then another power word could be, let's say 7 weird things that really there's weird ways of buying a car. So those words are the power words, and emotional words and uncommon words that people don't really use in headlines. So like the red heifer, an animal bought from this. You've not heard the red heifer before. So you're like, okay, what's the red heifer about? And you click and then you read. In the right proportion, these types of words in the blog title will grab your reader's attention and keep them on the page. Then include an enticing CTA. And CTA is call to action. What's a blog post without a call to action? The purpose of a call to action is to lead your reader to the next step in their journey through your blog. The key to a great call to action is that it's relevant to the topic of your existing blog post and flows naturally within the rest of the content. Whether you are selling a product, offering a newsletter subscription, or wanting the reader to consume more of your content, you need an enticing call to action in every blog post. So at the end, your blog post shouldn't just be you've written it, you've posted it, that's all. It should have something that will be, let's say, marketing for you. And that is what we call to action. So at the end of the blog post, what do you want the reader to do? One, you want the reader to contact you. You want the reader to click next to read another blog post. You want them to subscribe to your newsletter, or you are selling a book or something. At the end of the blog post, they should be able to take action. That's what it simply means. Do something that will benefit you. So they've read the blog post, it benefits them. Now, what would they do? You just don't have to let them read and go. You need to make money out of them, obviously. So that's what offering a newsletter subscription. In the newsletter subscription, you're able to do that to get the emails of them, so that when you need to blast emails, it will be easier for you. So you realize that at the end of some posts, when you read, you're like, click here for more updates, or read also, right? All of those are call to action. Or click here to buy a book on this. So most of the time, the call to action should also be related to the post. Right? So you can click here to buy our product on how to a book on mangoes or something, if your post is on benefits of mangoes or something, right? So that's what call to action. Call to action comes in all types. Could be buttons, hyperlinks. They all have different purposes. Sometimes you see that they are usually bold than the main lettering of the blog. Okay. Right, so that's for the CTA call to action. The focus on the reader's experience. Any great writer or SEO will tell you that the reader's experience is the most important part of a blog post. The reader experience includes several factors like readability, formatting, and page speed. That means you want to write content that's clear, comprehensive for your topic, and accurate according to the latest data or trends. Organizing the content using headings and subheadings is important as well, because it helps the reader scan the content quickly to find the information they need. So you see that some sites are there. When you are writing a blog post, you see H1, H2, H3, H4, H5. Those are headings. So H1 is the largest, H2 follows, H3 follows. So you use that for subheadings. And if you are able to use that well, it will generate a table of content for you in the beginning of the post if you're able to do SEO very well. So you don't need to do a table of content at the end because of how you've arranged the H1, H2, A3. It's easier for the Google to crawl the website and generate a simple table of contents for you, so the reader can just scan through, just go through it and be like, okay, this is what it is about. These are some points that are there. Yeah. So now we'll look at main blog SEO tips that we can actually use for our posts, right? So use long tail keywords. and then use keywords strategically throughout the post. And optimize for mobile devices, we talked about that. Optimize the meta description and include alt text, then limit topic tags, include user-friendly URL. So let me just go ahead and expand most of this. So this, use long tail keywords. So optimizing your blog post for keywords is not about incorporating as many keywords into your blog post as possible. Nowadays, this actually hurts your SEO because search engines consider this as keyword stuffing. It also doesn't make for a good reader experience, a ranking factor that search engines now prioritize to ensure you are answering the intent of your visitors. Therefore, use keywords in your content in a way that doesn't feel unnatural or forced. Right. So a good rule of thumb is to focus on 2 long tail keywords per blog. While you can use more than one keyword in a single post, keep the focus on the post narrow enough to allow you to spend optimizing time. So simply, what is this telling us? So using keywords in your post. Let's say you want to write about benefits of mangoes, right? So benefits of mangoes is your caption, but yes, to 7 benefits, 7 tremendous benefits of mangoes. That's a power caption because usually heading should have numbers. It should have a power word. So we are using tremendous benefits of mangoes, right? Then you come to your introduction, or you come to talking about what your essay or your article is about. So when you start, you need to have a keyword in it, right? So the benefits of mangoes. So as you write the introduction, you can write, people have argued that mango doesn't really have benefits and other things, but in this article, we're looking at some benefits of mangoes. Benefits of mangoes have been, so you need to have the keyword in it in a way that it won't look like the title is off, the blog post is also off, right? And then use keywords strategically throughout the blog post. Yeah, so that's also linked to the first one. So I think I explained both of them together. Now that you got 1 or 2 keywords, it's time to incorporate them in your blog post. But where is the best place to include these terms so you rank high in search results? So there are 4 essential places where you should try to include your keywords. So 1, you should include your keywords in the title, right? For the title of your blog. So note, let's say we are doing an article on, okay, we'll work on that when we go to the back end, but let's say we're just doing an article on benefits of mangoes, right? So you can pick a keyword, mangoes, as your keyword, or benefit of mangoes. So your keyword should be in the title. So including your keyword, you should have it in the title. Google calls this the title tag. And then be sure to include your keyword within the first 60 characters of your title, which is just about where Google cuts off a SERP. So SER is search engine results page. Search engine results page is like when you go on Google and you search for a word or something, or you search for whatever you want to search, you will get different answers. And then as the hyperlink, you see some little description, we call it meta description, and that's the 60 characters that your keyword should also be in that. But when we do the example, you get to understand how. And then headers and body. So it should be in the header, which is maybe the paragraphs. So let's say if you are doing 7 health benefits of mangoes. 1, it helps with strong bones and teeth, probably. So you could do mangoes help with strong bones and teeth. So mangoes should be in it. Since mango is your keyword, then when you're explaining your body as well, mango should come in, right? Then URL. So in the link up there, when the person is clicking to read, so let's say health essentials, gh.com, something, yeah, / benefits of mangoes. The mango should be in the URL, right? Then the meta description. The meta description is meant to give search engines and readers information about your blog content. That's what I talked about on Google. Something brief that comes under the link. meaning you must use long tail terms so Google and your audience are clear on your post content. At the same time, keep in mind the copy matters a great deal to click through the rate because it satisfies certain readers' intent. Yeah. So it needs to be engaging. Sometimes you see, you look for a word, and then when you just find it, the first page, you find what you are looking for, and like in 3 lines, your answer is there. So you don't even go ahead to move on to look for other articles anymore. That is the intention. You want to be so engaging and better that someone can just click on it at the first glance, right? To optimize for mobile devices, we've talked about this. You need to make sure that your SEO also works for mobile phone. And what search engines value is constantly changing. Be sure you are keeping on top of these changes by subscribing to Google's official blog. Okay. So optimize the meta description, right? So the meta description, that's what I explained. Optimizing it is making it your word should be in the 60 characters. Your keyword should be in about the 60 characters. To review a meta description is additional text that appear in the search engine results page that lets readers know what the link is about. The meta description gives searchers the information they need to determine whether or not your content is what they are looking for, and ultimately help them to decide if they'll click on it or not. Right. So the term, okay, we'll work on all of that. Optimize meta description. So we'll do an example when you go on the back and then include image alt text. So when you include an image in your blog post, you don't just leave it there. So you realize there's alt text that you're supposed to. Alt text, blog posts shouldn't only contain text, they should also include images that help explain and support your content. However, search engines don't simply look for images, rather, they look for images with alt text. You may be wondering why this is. Since search engines can't see images, can't see images the same way as humans do, this ultimately helps those images rank in search engines images results page, right? So we'll look at what the alt text is. Alt text is simply alternate text. So you see when you look for an image and the image is not popping up or the image is not clear yet, sometimes they're able to write girl jumping off cliff. That's the image. As the image is loading, that's what is written there. So that's the alt text. Google is able to crawl that. So let's say this. When you incorporate an image alt text, an image name in your blog may go from something like IMG23940. That's maybe your image name, but you have to change it to something more descriptive and accurate. So we have an example here, puppies playing in a basket. So you could write that so that when the image is not loading, that will come before the image will come. But when you're going to work on it, you understand it better. To provide more of this, you need to describe the image and leave out image of puppies in the basket. Just write puppies in the basket, right? And then be specific in the description and then use your keyword, but avoid keyword. So if you are talking about the mango, the benefits of mango, and maybe this image is a mango in a basket, right? So your alt text could be mango and beauty in a basket. That will be, pardon me, that will be all for the description, right? Then limit topic tags, and then after this, you need to also select tags for your post. Some tags are able to help you pile up content that are similar to the same place or related content. So let's say you're writing about benefits of mango. So in your tags, you can select some tag as health benefits and other stuff. That way, when somebody clicks on health benefits, all the contents all the blogs that are about health benefits would appear. When we do the testing, you get it, and include user-friendly URL structures. Yeah, I talked about the URL. You should have the name of the blog or the keyword in it. And then there's one thing, you see, sometimes you have blogs, old blogs that you've written already, because maybe we've learned this now, you want to maybe try and update your old content and other things. Then when you update it, you end up changing the URL. You shouldn't, because sometimes the older the blog takes on Google, the more it ranks, right? So you can change everything about the post, but don't change the URL because it helps with your ranking, right? And then you should also link to related blog posts. So if you're writing about 7 benefits of mangoes, and you can also, before after the introduction, you can read also 6 benefits of eating oranges, right? So the person, they are interlinked, so the person will just decide to click to read that one. So since the person is done reading about mangoes, right? Then review your metrics regularly. So you can also look at your metrics from Google Console or your, so that you can see your analytics, how well you're performing. That way you can put in more effort. And then organize by topic cluster. So topic cluster is generally when you're planning for your content. The way most blogs are currently structured, including our own blogs, until very recently, bloggers and SEOs have worked to create individual blog posts that rank for specific keywords. So let's say for Ronel, we have something, let's say the best branding agency in Ghana. So best branding agency in Ghana. We decided to write blogs that are centered on branding agency in Ghana. So we'll link all the posts together. So let's say the first blog is why we are the best branding agency in Ghana, to how to be a best branding agency. 3, you're looking at how to brand your business. All of that, they are interlinked, and it's like there's a main heading, which is best branding agency in Ghana. And there are sub blogs or headings that we've written under that as well. So in order to rank, the best answer is look for the type of queries, right? And then publish evergreen content. When we say evergreen content, I think that you, Health and Socials, you really post evergreen content that isn't just for the moment. So you can see news is for the moment. Let's breaking news. Owusu Bempa has been arrested and he's been released. All of that. It's just in the spur of the moment. After 3 weeks, 4 weeks, nobody will read anymore. But content like what Health and Social posts, how to maybe lose weight, how to focus, code, and all of that. Yeah, those things are evergreen content that people will search for in 2 years to come. People will still look for it. So I think when it comes to evergreen content, you are good. And then update existing content. So when you have a content, a very old content already, and you realize, okay, there are new trends in it. There are new trends that are going on. If you read a blog post about exercises to do in 2020. When we were in 2022, nobody will go and read a blog like that. So you update it, you change the title to exercises to do in 2022, then you add some new exercises, then you just update the content. Right? That'll make it more easier for Google to rank it. Right? Okay. Please, any questions? Or I've spoken too fast. Hi.
Please go on. I'm following.
Are we okay?
Yes, please.
Have I rushed through it? Oh, yeah, okay. Hello.
It's okay.
It's fine.
We're clean up, so you go on.
Okay, so let's look at one of your blogs. Okay, I don't know which one to use. Let's look at self-care is priceless. Mm. 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 Okay, it's a bit delaying, but It's delaying. So I want us to check one of the blog posts and try and optimize it to see the results that we already have. This delaying, this delaying, this delaying, this delaying. Whoa. Okay. And so can you see there's this SEO details here? Can we see that? SEO details. So we just installed a rank math that tracks your SEO for you. So it helps you tell you the SEO percentage that you've reached, whether you are doing well with SEO or not. And like these articles have not been optimized, right? So we are going to try and optimize some too and see, right? I hope this thing is opened. Wow. Whoa. Wow, this thing. Okay. Please a minute. I don't know whether it's my internet. It's running a bit slow, slow, slow. Yeah, Mr. Nima. Hello. All right, so ooh. So we are coming to try and optimize one of the blog posts that we have here. It was delaying a bit. Oh, this is right. So can we see here? We have here
Yes, please.
your SEO details, right? You can see NA, which is not available. And we have some SEO tools that can help you see your SEO percentage, whether you are making headway, and usually 75% and above means that you've been able to meet all of the criteria, which means that you have a power word in your caption, you have your keyword in your blog post, you've inserted certain words, and not so all of those, trying to optimize two of them to see. Okay. Whoa. Pardon me, my laptop is a bit slow, so it's having an effect on it. So it's certain really salty and then oh god, come in. Okay. All right. So we have here your the latest blog. The latest blog here, which is self. Has to do with self. Wow. Right. So self care is priceless, right? That's what we have there. Yeah, but it delayed a bit. Yes. All right. So
Probably from the network.
we have here self-care expression. So we are going to try and optimize this blog post. You see, can you see we have 11 over 100 rank math score, 11 over 100. So we need to be able to move it up a bit. So self-care is priceless. The past few years has been stress take center stage of many places, and it comes as no surprise that it has labeled the health. So here, see, what is the keyword for this blog? What are you trying to focus on in this blog post?
We're trying to focus. The article is on how to get out of stress and take care of your well-being.
Okay. Stress, right? So the self, they represent something. It's an acronym, right? So the S represents something.
Yes, it was used to form an acronym, but then it's also you taking care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So in the first one, I don't really see the self in it. The word used in the title
I wish Dr. Ito was a part of this because he
He
writes
likes
all.
to tell stories in the article before.
He goes to the point. Actually.
well, that is not even if you are telling a story, the story should have like a word or two that is also the title, right?
Mhm.
That way you'll be able to learn. So which keyword are we focusing on here? Okay, so let's pick stress.
Yeah.
If you pick stress, I'm sure we'll fail at this because it's not in the
Mm.
so
So basically, the keywords should be a part of the first 60 word, right? Okay.
60 characters. So we are
Okay.
picking stress. So here now you'll be able to see this in your when you are preparing, you are writing your blog post, the rank math, you'll be able to do this and know your keyword, the percentage that you've obtained with it. So stress, you press enter. We have 25%. Why? Because we don't have stress in the title. So we've not met any of the timelines that or any of the criteria that they have for us. Right. So let's just try. You have just put in stress there, but we won't update it. So we'll keep the old blog post just as it is. So let's put stress just here.
So how about if they change the heading to self-care during the pandemic is priceless? That way we can get pandemic there.
You see, I just put stress here. We are up to 64%.
Yes.
You see.
Okay.
Yeah, so because stress is in the introduction and stress is also in the heading.
But now the heading doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't
because
make
you
sense. I
can't
was
see.
just trying to put
Yeah.
in
Oh, okay.
but usually the heading, so let's say stress is can we come up with a heading that also matches this article but has stress in it? So
Hello, Nick.
yeah, Mr. Newman.
Nicholas.
Yeah.
Can we just the self that they wrote? Is it an acronym for something?
Yes.
Yes.
So can we expand the acronym in the title?
That will make the title lengthy.
But then it is still worth it.
No. Oh. It's when you do it sells
because I still think that Doc still wants to keep the self.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So what is the definition for the self?
There's S is serenity, E for exercise.
Please go down. I want to see. I think you
Yeah, there's it. S for serenity, E for exercise, L for love, and F for food. Right?
Okay, so none of it says stress.
No.
None of it says stress, so it's fine. You can go ahead.
So, okay. Unless, of course, we pick another article, maybe. Just work with. If this would. All right. Okay. Maybe we use another article that is a bit not complex too much. Just use and then we can. So sometimes when you want to be able to meet all the criteria that you need to meet for SEO to rank on SEO, one sentence that has the keyword in it, you should be able to find a nice way of saying it to fuse into your first 60 words. Right. So most of the time, that's what I do when I'm writing. So even if the word is as difficult as it may be, I'll just try and put it in a sentence that will be able to fuse into the introduction. That way I'm able to get my 140, 50 something, or go move up more. All right, so let's just look at self, and let's change the stress to self. And let's see. So we have 53, right? When we change it to self, because we don't have self in the first, 60 words probably. So let's look at, I dare say that never in the history of the world have so many people experienced similar feelings at the same time. What about the world words, right? So I don't really know how we'll go about this, but I see this, the third paragraph has been, many people have proposed practical ways to manage stress, but when all is said and done, we have to change our mindsets and realize none of us are immune to stress, right? So when you take away the story that you're saying, doctor really usually likes to start his blogs with, this is the main introduction for me, right?
Yes, please.
Aside the story, we have this as the main introduction. So, okay. This is complex. So we are just testing this. So I'm just going to take this away so that we'll see what we'll do.
Don't take it away, person.
Oh,
Take how do you call it? Pick something like a pivot from here
okay.
and put it as the first sentence before this.
All right. So pick, let's see, a line from here. Since I have this, and then let's fix it somewhere here.
Before they pass it.
My keyboard. Yeah, like this. Okay.
Manage those offline knowledge internet. We have to change their mindset and be like fast. It's immune to stress.
Yeah.
Past few years.
So let's say we can just insert we. So as I was saying,
So even
we need to take self-care seriously. Only that line. We need to take self-care seriously. Can move this one up. So we have 58. 58%. So let's just work with this and just try and add the other thing. So, but basically we should know that the title should have your keyword in it and it should be in the introduction, either any way you want to fix it in. So in what we went through, we were told that we can merge other articles in it, right? So we can do a read also button where we can put some of the, we can do some of the read also, link other blogs to it so that we just see generally what we have to do to be able to meet the SEO criteria. So let's pick this, the common code enemy. So you can click on, for me, if I'm copying, I just click on quick edit so that you'll be able to get this title. So Control A, Control C. Then you come here. So let's say you want others to read, we are trying to link other posts to it. So we go to read also. So read also. Then you paste it there. So the common code and enemy for productivity. So then you make sure the link falls in. So you highlight the particular topic and highlight, then you click on the link button. You either insert that link, or since it's your blog site, you might suggest the title for you. So there's it. You make sure it opens in a new tab. Then you insert it into the blog. Then it moves, we keep moving, right? We are up to 63. Then we are moving, right? You can link about 2 posts in it. Then probably the references, which is from other websites, or maybe it's a book or something, and you want to link that book to it. I don't know.
External source.
Yeah, an external store or something. You want to link it to the post. You can look for their link and then you insert. So here we have references: special time edition on stress, expect backed ways to deal with by Audrey Noble. I don't know whether it's a blog or a newsletter or something, but we can copy that, a link from that, and also insert it here. Right. So okay, let's
just to insert it in the book, assuming that you do affiliates, then you can, let's say the book happens to be some book that you want to sell as an affiliate.
Yeah.
Then you can just embed the affiliate link instead of just a normal download link to the book. And when the person buys, you're able to get Healthshare is able to get some commission off it. So if you have the book in your shop, that would even be better, because then people can just directly buy from you. You get to deliver it for them, and then you make some money off that as well. Please go ahead.
Right. So for this, I'm just highlighting, I'm going to put an external link, which is to our website, but it's totally not the same as the time stress edition something, but we are just inserting an external link to see what the results would be. So let's say Ronel Agency.com. Then you open a new tab, then you insert. So you see we are up to 69. We are still moving. It means that we are meeting all the criteria that we are supposed to. And then you need to insert images, and it's probably we have some videos we want to insert or something. So let's look for an image, right? So let's say okay. Let's go to your media library. Let's see if we have any image we can use. So here, find image, right? Click on image. Then you go to your media library. In your media library, you look for any image that you have that you like to use for it. So we just find any image just because we want to see, we want to test it to see how it will work. So I think there's the featured image for that particular blog. So let's look for another one. Let's look for this, perhaps. So right, so we talked about alt text, or the alt text, and then description, title, and everything. You see the code here, CDA. These are wrong way of naming an image, right? So here we have a lady who is sitting on a chair or something, stressed, right? So we can use that as an alt text. So we can write woman sitting on chair, stressed, or something. Yes, woman sitting on stressed. But remember that we are also supposed to use the keyword in it. So probably you can also think of a description that would add your keyword to it. So here our keyword is self, right? Okay, so let's go with woman sitting on a chair, stressed, or okay, let's leave the alt text as it is because it's simply what the woman is doing. But when you come to the title, then you can write whatever you want to write or name the image. So your image should probably coincide with your website. For us, we sometimes name our images based on, let's say, Ronel AB or something, or job ad or any of them. So that it wouldn't be ABCD or something. So let's go with health essentials. AB. Right. So the caption could be something that is about self. So self-care is important to everyone. Right. So then you can use the same one. Use the same thing for your. Let's copy the alt text for the description as well. Right, woman sitting on chair stressed. So you should describe the image. Right, so let's see. So you see, the image has given us 70. So we are moving up.
Nick,
Yep.
the keyword, should we only use one? Can we use more than one keyword?
Yeah, we can use
the
more than one keyword for it. So since we are doing stress and self, we can do stress as well. Yeah, so stress actually when we added it moved our ranking up. So there captures the lady.
What happens when we change the order? Would it help?
No, because the title is
okay. All right.
The first keyword you should use should be the one the title has, and the one in the first 60 characters of your post.
Okay. What about self-care?
Okay. Let's try all of them and let's start with self-care first. Based on the one that gives us the higher ranking, then we'll keep it. Self-care. Self-care actually comes with a hyphen. So let's see. No, okay. It gives us 68%.
Are you ready?
So self-care gives us 68, but self gave us 74, right? So possibly for me, I bring the one that gives me the higher ranking first, and then I make the other one sub keywords, right? So let's go with the self since we rank higher with it. Oh, self, and then we have stress. Then we have self-care. All of that. So you're able to engulf a lot of words. So you can use more than 2 images. More than 2 images. Okay. So
can you also work on the H1s and then?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So now we have we've linked one of our blog posts in it. Now our caption or the title is H1. Now our subtitles should also follow that order. So it should be H2. And as I said earlier, when you do that, automatically Google or any search engine is able to generate a table of contents for you if you're able to do the H1, H2, H3 very well. So the reader can be able to just go to what your blog is about before they read. So we have here Serenity. So we can use Serenity as our first H1. So here there's heading. So under heading, we find numbers and they are H1.
I think it should be an H3 though, because there's a heading right above it.
No.
The 5 something just before the Serenity.
Okay.
Please, yeah.
Yeah.
So just where the
yes stands for Serenity.
yes.
Okay. So we'll make this.
Is that a heading?
I think it explains what the self is about. But
So is that a heading or it's not?
I think it's a heading. Then we can make
I also think it's a heading. So
we can make the other ones subheading since they are explained.
subheading. Yeah. So I think we should make this one H2.
Yes. So okay, since I'm here, we'll make this one H2. Then we'll make this one H3. Then we'll make the first one. So you realize that it's smaller than H2. So the H1 is used for the main title. Then since we want to use H2 for this, so there's heading and you select H2, right? So we come to exercise. So exercise
is on the same level as the Serenity, so it should be H3 as well.
Yes. So H3 love is also the same level, so give love as well. H3. Then there's food. Okay.
It will be Tina and Co.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it would be nice to have pictures to represent each of the headings that we just selected.
Mm,
It would be really, really nice.
Okay.
So under food, then you can put an image that relates to food. Under love, you can put an image that relates to love. Same for exercise and then for Serenity. So if you have that, that would be good. The other thing is that you remember anytime Nicholas is like, you look at it, he's trying to highlight some of the words are underlined in red to show grammar and all of that. The tool that is used for that is called Grammarly. So it's a Chrome extension browser, extension plugin in there. So you just install it and it will correct most of the wording and then for you. So you can also install that. If you need help with that, you can ask Nicholas and he will show you how.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think this one, the past few years has, so they are given as have, since few years is plural, and also so it helps you with the grammar and corrects it automatically for you. So right now we have this, we have our H1, H2, H3. Now, what am I saying here? We have a references list as well. So adding pictures, adding more pictures can help boost it. So right now we are 77. The goal is to reach 80, and 80 will give us a green, which means that we've been able to meet all the criteria that we are supposed to. So let's add one more internal link. So I don't have time reign supreme. So let's so as I spoke about call to action. So at the end of the post,
I know we don't have we don't know most of the blogs that they have written yet, but is it possible to look for an article that is pertaining to maybe any of the keywords that they are trying to maybe stress or something, and then probably link that instead of
stress.
Yeah, so Nick, if you can just type in the search engine at the top.
okay.
No, please go back to the page you were on right now. And then scroll up, just at the top, at the very top, there's a search bar. Yes, very good. So just type stress and let's see if we can.
Okay.
Do you have something?
Still loading. My laptop is slow. Right. All right, so there's stress, poison, or purpose-driven. We have stress is an ignorant state. It believes everything is an emergency. Discuss. Stress, mental health.
Stress, mental health, and pick that one. Pick the one with the mental health.
Okay. Sorry. So as it opening, I was going to add a link before the end of the post. No one has all the answers to managing stress, but I trust you will benefit from some of these. Make the choices that put yourself first, right? So I copied one of your other articles. So and insert it also at the very end of the post. So read also. You can put in this. I don't have time reigns supreme. So you put a link in there. I don't have time reigns supreme. Let's see if it would help move our SU numbers up. Okay. Unfortunately, it didn't because I think we've changed one already, but you can add like 2, 3 related posts in one post so that your readers can read. When they are done with one, they can also read the other one. I'm coming. Okay, so the one on stress is still opening. But so far, do we have any questions? Are we understanding everything?
Yes.
Any question before we move on? Oh.
I don't have one.
I have a question. So there was a link that you added on about the common code.
Yeah.
Does it mean that like if I cite a word, where I cite it, like can it be at the ending or it has to be between? Or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter for this or the code. So usually
Yes, I see this one is between.
this coming to
You put one about common code.
Yeah. This.
Yes. So I was asking, I see this one is in the article.
Yes.
So doesn't matter where you place it or.
No, sometimes you should, after the introduction, then you can put in, if sometimes you also mention in the introduction of a paragraph, you mentioned something that you've written already, right? So let's say you're talking about, oh, and I know that no walk in the park, but the benefits outweigh the downside. So let us start now, right? So, and you've written something about benefits of maybe jogging or something. Then you can just write, oh, you can also check out the benefits of jogging or something. Then you insert it there because you've mentioned something that relates to that, right? So you are easily able to link the post, but also not necessarily, you don't necessarily need to mention to add. You can just insert the related post since it's your blog, and at the end of the day, you want your reader to do something, and the least they can do is spend more time on your website and reading most of your content. So you can insert other interesting posts in wherever you think it's okay. Right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So, right, we have stress, mental health, fit prescription, and the era of green scription, right? So this sounds like some poetic vibes, right? So here our focus is on stress or time to be, more a few decades ago and you engaging. Our focus is on stress here, are we? But I think that most of the posts don't have. So most of this, hello. Most of this things should be worked on, where this could be H1 instead of being a general point, right? So you should be able to break it down to get an H1, H2 from them, because it makes the a bit cumbersome. But so there's generally a lot of things to be done on the old posts. They really look a lot together, so you need to be able to separate them very well, and but you need to use the H1, H2, H3 to be able to bring them out nicely, and then you use quotes. You can use the quotes button as well. Let me show you. So do not avoid the telltale signs of mental challenges. So let's take it as it's a quote, right? So here, so there's quotes, there's lists, there's columns, and then there's all quotes. So here you can make it changes to a quote, make it italics a bit. So it all makes the interface look very beautiful. And then you also work on the H1, H2, H3, because for this post, most of them are just look at paragraphs, right? Okay. Okay, so let's just go and wrap up with this. So with this, I think we are almost there. Right. So now you can actually look at your percentage and what you are doing well when you are not doing well. So hooray, you are using the focus keyword in your SEO title. So basic SEO rank math will also tell you what you've done well. Then the focus keyword not found in the meta description. So we spoke about meta description. That's what appears when you look for a word, right? So let's look for a word like stress, enter. So words like stress. So this is a meta description. These are meta descriptions. This is a meta description. This is a meta description, right? So that's what will appear briefly before the main post. So you can also choose what to write there. So the focus keyword not found in the URL. I don't want to edit the post and update it because it will change most of the way it was written. And add an image with the focus alt text, okay? And then title readability. Your SEO doesn't contain a number. Okay. Most of the time, you can't be able to meet all of them because sometimes you want to write a particular article some way, but most of the criteria, you have to ignore some of them. At least one paragraph is too long. Consider very short paragraphs, right? So let's look at the meta description. Let's see if we can work on this. So this is the meta description. This is it. This is how it will look on Google when healthcare is priceless, health essential. So there's edit snippet. So we'll click on it and we'll try and edit it. Make sure we put in self-care over there. So it brings you here. So you can actually make your meta description different from your blog introduction, right? So let's just grab something. Self-care is very important. Self-care is very important for growth. Very important for growth and taking care of yourself. Self-care is very important for everybody. So maybe taking care of yourself is your sole responsibility. Your sole responsibility. Let's tell you how you make this easy. I think it will appear. Yes. So after the meta description, I think we'll go up, percentage will go up a bit. Yeah, that will show that we are doing extremely well with the SEO. So, right, okay. Oh, pardon me, I think my laptop is running a bit slow, so just try refreshing it. Okay. Stress, mental health. Health can do fix. Okay. So I don't know what happened to our document. The one that we were working on, but this one. If I refresh it, we might lose the main thing, but yeah. So at the end of the day, I think you should take time to go through all your other posts, try updating them with the focus keywords that you want the articles to be about. So with this one, the one on stress, mental health, and prescription, era of prescription as well. I made it stress, but there are a lot of things to do, which means that it should also be in the focus keyword should be in it. Then should insert some images. So if you any paragraph that you write, just try and insert some images. Your articles are very nice to read. So inserting a lot of images also makes it appealing. And if you're also able to embed some YouTube links and all of that, it will also help. Right. I think we are about to end, but the one that we're working on, I don't know what what's happening to the document. Mm. Yeah. So please, any questions? I don't know what happened to the one we're working on. Yeah.
Please, the search engine thing you said something Uber suggests. What did you say?
Yes,
I
yes.
didn't hear the word exactly.
Uber suggests it's a tool that you use to
Please
search
spell
for.
it.
Yeah, let me even look for it. Can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Uber suggests.
Okay. Uber. Okay.
So there's a free keyword tool to create more suggestions. Right? So you can use
Okay.
it to search for a keyword that people are looking for.
So I was thinking, since you said we should go through the website, I was thinking we can search for the most relevant ones and start with those ones by optimizing those ones first. What do you think?
Yeah. So let's say maybe you're looking, so searching for this, you can look for how to manage stress. So for you to also beat competition, when you are able to look at how to manage stress and they're able to suggest the website that ranks most for this query, you can pick that website's best blog that you've written, add on, rewrite it, add on, so that yours will be the best. That way, when you post it, Google will pick yours over the other one because yours has been able to conquer that. So let me see if I'll find some. Oh, but I think we can. Um, mm. Okay, so let's just put about my laptop is just it's trying to be very slow at this point in time. So I don't know. Okay, they said the page is unresponsive. I'm very sorry. Can't be able to show this, but yeah. Whew. Mm. Okay, so let's just look at this if we'll find something from it. But you can also register for free, and I don't want to register to take a while so that you can be able to see. They'll tell you which website ranks top with this particular word. Yeah. I'm almost done. All right, so there are a lot of things that you can learn to actually make your SEO, make it very easy for you to rank. Like people won't have to find difficult searching for your content, right? But most of them you have to pay for it. If you want more, you need to really pay for it. But I think so far, if not for my laptop messing up, I think we've come a very long way. And I think that when you try implementing most of these, your posts should run, because I find your articles to be very, very interesting. We are reposting some of them on our news websites, News Hub Ghana. They're really interesting. So you should just try and put in more effort into it, get pictures, some YouTube videos, to embed some videos in it and all of that. It'll make your site blow up any moment. Yeah, so I think I'll just end here since.
Please, one more question. So can we embed like anyone's, like let's say that somebody's videos, stress management, something like how to manage stress, the person will do this exercise. You can just put it inside.
You can embed it. You can. Okay. Let me see if I can.
Issues.
Okay, this is so let's see. Yeah.
As in, we don't need to give credit or nothing. We can just put it inside on our page.
Because if the person's YouTube, if it's from YouTube, right? You are
Yes.
literally copying the YouTube link and you are giving the person views.
Okay.
So let me so here there's embed, call something embed. There's embed and there's HTML. So both of them, if you copy any link from YouTube, Facebook, you can actually embed it here. So let me see if I'll find any link from YouTube. Okay. So this link. So let's open this YouTube video. Wide maintenance checklist. Blah blah blah. My laptop. Right.
Hey guys, Raj here from the Brainstorm Force team, makers of the Extra Team for WordPress. And a simple and quick question for you guys.
So this YouTube video, we want to embed it in the post, right? So you right click on it. Okay, now let me wait for it to just do a little bit. It's literally taken very long.
Are we done?
Yes. We are done. I was just trying to teach them the YouTube thing. So can you see there's copy embed code. There's copy video URL. So you can see copy embed code, right?
I see.
Then you click on copy. Okay. Let me see if I copied it right. Sometimes you can also find it when you click on the share button. You can find it there too. Okay. Oh, um, mm, 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 mm. Uh, oh, this. So these are the posts that we started with. We have about 70%. Okay. All right. So let's look for the H O embed or HTML. So you find HTML here. Then you write it. So the code that you've copied, I hope this code. Yes. So the code copied and we have it here, right? Then you click on preview. So the preview gives you the YouTube view of the video. And even you see, let's use green, which is 100. I don't know why it's not appearing, but it's supposed to be here. That's the YouTube video. Can we see it?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So you look for embed or HTML, then you insert the code, then click preview, then you see it there. So at the end of the day, you are giving the person's channel views because the person, you can view the video from the website, and that also increases your search engine because you can see we are 81%.
Yes, please.
So I think that would be it for Yeah, and then the meta description. You see, I edited it and I made self-care is very important to everybody here. So let's tell you how to make it this easy. So that's a meta description that will pop up when the person searches for their blog on Google, right? And it has the self in it. Okay. So it could be different from the introduction, and it could also be the same at the introduction. Yeah.
Okay.
So for now, I think you can try it out yourselves, and then any challenge that you face, you can let us know. Then we can take you through it as well.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Questions? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, please.
No questions. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you too.
Very good.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Like,
Yeah.
let's clean up their code for them, man.
Okay. Oh, I won't update it. So
You won't update it.
yes, if I update it, that's when it would post.
I see.
Yeah.
If you clean it and you update it, that'll be okay. You've done some part of the work, so should all the work go to waste?
Okay.
You get my point.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm thinking
I'll take the
remove the video.
Yeah.
Remove the Ronel link.
Yeah.
And I think the rest should be fine. You can just save it, and I think that will reduce the SEO, but they can continue from what if.
Okay.
Hey guys, you can't hear from the Brainstorm Force team,
This guy's open.
makers of the Astra theme for WordPress, and a simple and quick question.
You can stop the video recording now.
Okay.